Hello.
What's up guys, gals and non-binary pals? It is Saturday, I'm Ethan and you're watching ScotTRANS. This is Ollie.
Hello.
You all know him.
I didn't have a video up this week because we decided to do a joint video.
Yeah, so we thought we would do a joint video because the topic is gender identity clinics and we are at the same clinic, so we thought we would do it slightly different and compare our experiences within the same clinic. We have a list of questions, just so we don't go off topic. Our first question is, what gender identity clinic do you attend?
Chalmers.
Same.
In Edinburgh. The same one that Jessie goes to.
The next question is, how did you get referred?
You go first.
So I got referred back in August last year. I was on the waiting list for Sandyford. I self-referred to there when I was 16 and it was a 1.5 year wait. When I accepted my offer to go to university in Edinburgh, I went to my GP and asked if he would refer me to Chalmers because I would be living in Edinburgh and it would be easier to get to that clinic.
Yeah, I went to my GP and she hadn't had any other trans patients before, so I didn't get referred right away. It had been a month or so after I talked to her about it that she gave me a referral because she had to go and do some research about it. But yeah, she did some research, came back to me and said, cool, I have referred you, and yeah.
Our next question is, how long was the wait from referral to getting your initial appointment? You first this time.
Mine was really quick actually. I got told that it would be a minimum of 6 months, but I got my letter in 2.5 months, so yeah, I was very lucky in that aspect. How about you?
So with Sandyford, I waited about 9 or 10 months before I got referred to Chalmers, and then waited an additional 6 months between getting referred to Chalmers and being seen there. What I didn't know was I wasn't taken off of the waiting list for Sandyford, and in June I got a phone call saying that I had made the top of the waiting list, and by that point I was 3 months on testosterone.
Good job, Sandyford. Next question is, what happened in your first appointment?
My first appointment, I went in prepared because I was like, I've waited long enough, just give me hormones now. So I went in with official medical papers on the treatment of adults with gender dysphoria. I had highlighted the bits that were for me. I had a list of pros and cons. We spoke about family history, my relationship with gender and sexuality, what I wanted from the service, why I referred, just general things like that, risks and everything of starting hormone treatment, and we spoke a bit about fertility and came to the agreement that I did not want fertility treatment. And at the end of the appointment I was like, so can I start T? He was just like, I don't see why not. If I said no, I'd just make you miserable for a bit longer. So yeah, just get these bloods done, we'll get you started soon. So I was really lucky in that aspect, but I think it was because I went in really prepared. I knew pros, cons, risks, was adamant that I was going to start hormone treatment as soon as possible, and I had a timeline for what I wanted things done by. What about yourself?
You got a lot done in your first appointment. My appointment, I had a different person at the clinic, by the way, just to point out, which I also think is why it was a bit different. Yeah, I talked about my childhood, growing up, and a bit about my family and my friends and how they took me coming out as trans, and sexuality, which I didn't really think was relevant, but they talk about it anyway. I don't really think that should be in the appointment, but it was.
I agree.
The person asked me about my mental health and stuff and my family situation. I think that because I talked a bit about my mental health and about my family situation, that led him to say that I couldn't start hormones just then. But his reason was that he wanted to wait until my family situation improved in regards to my transition. I think it was mainly my family situation and my mental health in combination that made him not prescribe me tea in that appointment, because I did also prepare before my appointment, and I knew the risks of tea and stuff, and I I knew what I was doing with whether I was doing fertility treatment or not. He just said, oh, I'm not gonna refer you for tea just now, but he said if I come back in my next appointment and nothing's changed, he doesn't see why I can't start tea then.
Next question is, up to date, how many appointments have you had?
I think I've had 5 or 6 in total.
And how long have you been on tea for?
And I've been on tea for about 2.5 months, just over.
I've been on tea for about 6.5 months, and I have had 2 appointments. There's a huge inconsistency there. I think that's a combination of different practitioners and also different situations regarding mental health, family, medical history, things like that. That music's
so
quite
loud. Wait, I'll get to it.
Shut up! Next question. What do you want from the GIC and what happens next?
Before I started anything at GIC, what I wanted was to start testosterone, to have top surgery and potentially bottom surgery in the future, and now I'm on hormones, so the next step is to ask for a top surgery referral, which I will be doing in my next appointment.
Which is when?
The same day as your next appointment.
What I wanted from the GIC was hormones, which I am on, top surgery and bottom surgery. My next step will be requesting a referral for top surgery, which I actually requested at my last appointment, but they said no.
I'm a ghost. Damn you, son. Stop making me look more pasty than I already am.
So my doctor, personally, Will Bobber, said he wouldn't refer me until I was a year on T, which I am going to argue because several guys that have been referred 6 months, even before that, and also like you can be referred for top surgery if you're not even wanting hormones, so why just because I've started hormone treatment can I not get top surgery like when I need it?
Yeah, I don't really understand that, to be honest. I don't understand their logic, because there are plenty of people who are not on hormones at all who have had top surgery.
Binding is causing me physical health problems. I've been binding for 3 years now. My binder is the last thing I take off, the first thing I put on. I can wear my binder for 13 plus hours a day, which is not safe, don't do that. I also play sports in my binder. And being asthmatic, I'm gonna try and talk my way into getting top surgery. I'm seeing the same guy that you're seeing at my next appointment, so hopefully he'll be a bit more useful than the last guy. I've just thought of another question that I've decided to just throw in there. Do you have a timeline of when you want things done by?
Yes.
Do you want to elaborate?
Well, in my ideal timeline, which probably will not happen because GIC waiting times, I wanted top surgery over this coming summer. Our GIC has just lost a load of staff, so I don't see that happening anytime soon, which is a bit rubbish. But if I don't get it over summer, I'd like it over Christmas.
After the summer?
Yeah, because there's no way I'm getting top surgery this Christmas. And then bottom surgery, I'm still not fully decided on what type of bottom surgery I want, so, and also I'm still in uni, so I wouldn't get it until after I've graduated, so that it doesn't matter if I take time off for it.
I also have a timeline. Like I said previously, at my initial appointment I said I wanted hormones by my birthday, which was in April there, which I started hormones in March, so that was on time. And I ideally wanted to have top surgery over the summer there, but clearly that didn't happen, so I'm hoping for next summer as well. If I can't get it over like the summer, ideally over winter, because I ideally don't want to be taking time off university. Bottom surgery, I have some questions about that. That's another thing to bring up in my next appointment, and also if the GIC can't answer my questions, it would need to wait until I was referred to speak to the surgeon. At the moment I'm thinking phalloplasty, which would mean I would be waiting till after I graduate, as well as there's far too much time needed off university to recover for that.
I think that's about it.
Yeah. So thanks for watching. We'll put our social media links in the description if you want to chat to us, if you have any questions or things you want to point out, leave them in the comments or message us directly. We'll see you next week.
Yes.
I'm gonna sneeze. It disappeared.
Oh, that's so disappointing. Bye.